world treats gray hair like something to hide, but I made it a crown. And I have not stopped carrying you just because you have grown older. So if these words have reached you today, set down whatever you were rushing toward and stay with me for a little while. I know your days feel quieter now than they once did, and I know the silence sometimes feels like the world has moved on without you. But you have not been left behind, and you are not forgotten here. You do not have to be useful to be here, and you do not have to prove that you still matter. You only have to be willing to listen with whatever strength you have today. So breathe slowly with me and let the years feel a little lighter on your shoulders, just for these few minutes. Before we go any further, hear this plainly because honesty matters to me. What you are about to receive is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered in faith. It is not a private revelation. It is not a prediction, and it is not a promise of any particular outcome in your life. It is simply the timeless comfort of Scripture read gently over you today. And there is one promise I want to build everything on right now. It comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 4. Listen to the words slowly. And even to your old age, I am He. And even to hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Even I will carry, and will deliver you. Read it again in your heart. Even to your old age, I am the same God I have always been to you. Even to your gray hairs, I will carry you, because I made you, and I will bear you. This is not a kind sentiment, and it is not wishful thinking. In the Scriptures, this is the voice of the one who formed you, speaking over the ones He has loved from the very beginning. And today, that ancient promise is being spoken over you, exactly where you sit. So let these words come to you the way the Bible speaks them, as if the Father Himself were leaning close to your heart and saying, "My child, I have not changed toward you with the passing of the years. I was with you in your strength, and I am with you now in your slowing. I knew you when your hands were young and steady, and I know you now that they tremble." In the book of Psalms, chapter 71, an aging heart cries out to God, asking Him not to cast it off in the time of old age, not to forsake it when its strength has failed. Hear how that ancient prayer is answered in my own words to you today. I will not cast you off, and I will not set you aside. When your strength fails, I do not turn away from you, because my love was never built on your strength. I have walked with you through every season you have lived. I was there in the years you were too busy to notice me, and I was there in the years you wondered where I had gone. I have seen the whole length of your life, every chapter of it, and I have not looked away from a single page. You were never invisible to me, not when you were young and not now. I know what it is to feel that the world has handed your days to someone younger. You have watched the room turn toward newer voices, and you have wondered if your own voice still carries any weight. But hear me now. You are not finished simply because you are older. The world may measure your worth by what you can still produce, but I have never measured anyone that way. What the world calls past its time, I call seasoned and weathered and deeply known. The gray in your hair is not a mark of being used up. It is a record of a life that endured. You are not a relic, and you are not in the way. You are still mine, fully mine, as much as you ever were. The fear that whispers you have become a burden is not the truth about you, and it is not my voice. You have heard that fear, haven't you? The quiet one that grows louder in the still hours. It speaks in your own tired tone, so you have assumed it was simply your own honest thoughts. It tells you that you take more than you give now, that you slow the people you love down, that you have become a weight they have to carry. It reminds you of the things you can no longer do, and it makes a long list of them in the dark. It tells you that the best of you is already behind you, and that what remains is only a long, slow fading. My child, hear me. That voice is a liar. It does not speak for heaven, and it does not speak for the one who made you and is carrying you still. So when that old voice begins its familiar speech, answer it with truth. When it says you are a burden, the truth says, I have promised to bear you. When it says your strength is gone, the truth says, I am your strength, and I do not fail. When it says your best days are behind you, the truth says, I am still writing your story, even now. You do not have to win the argument with that voice. You only have to stop agreeing with the lie. So if you are listening today with a heart that feels heavy with the years, this is for you. If you have looked in the mirror and barely recognized the face that looked back, this is for you. If you have felt yourself becoming quieter, smaller, easier to overlook, this is for you. If you have prayed the same prayer through decades and almost stopped believing it could still be heard, this, especially, is for you. You do not have to pretend to be younger here, and you do not have to perform. You do not have to hide your slowness or apologize for your limits or dress up your weariness to make it acceptable. Come as you are, with all your years, exactly as they have made you. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, the invitation is simple, and it is wide open. For Jesus calls all who labor and are heavy laden to come to him, and he promises to give them rest. Notice who is invited: the ones who are tired, the ones who have carried much for a long time. Not the strong only, not the young only, not the ones with their whole lives still ahead of them. The weary, the heavy laden, the ones who have grown bone tired from a long road. That invitation has your name in it, with all your years, exactly as you are today. You do not have to be productive to be welcome, and you do not have to earn your rest. The scriptures never say, come back when you are useful again. They say, come, and rest will be given. And there is a picture of old age in the scriptures that the world has nearly forgotten. In the book of Psalms, chapter 92, the righteous are spoken of in a way the world is nearly forgotten. Listen carefully. The scripture there says the righteous flourish like the palm tree and grow tall like a cedar, that those planted in the house of God keep flourishing in his courts, and that they still bring forth fruit even in old age, staying green and full of life. Sit with that picture for a moment. This is not a God who sees old age as a slow ruin. This is a God who promises fruit can still come from it. A God who plants a life and tends it through every season, including the late ones. A God who calls the aged tree not withered but flourishing, still standing tall. If the only picture you have had of your later years is decline and disappearance, let this verse begin to correct it today. You are not a tree past its season. You are planted in the house of the one who made you, and he is not finished growing you. And I want you to know something about all those years you thought no one noticed. The quiet faithfulness, the prayers prayed over children and grandchildren who never knew you prayed them, the small kindnesses, the long obedience, the love you gave when no one was keeping count. You thought so much of it disappeared into ordinary days, unseen and unremembered. But the scriptures say nothing done in love is ever truly lost, not a single quiet act of it. Every prayer you whispered was heard, and every burden you carried in silence was seen. None of it was wasted, and none of it was ever too small to matter to the one who keeps account of love. Sometimes you did not see the harvest of the seeds you planted, and that was hard to carry. But not seeing the harvest was never the same thing as the harvest not coming. Beneath the surface of all those ordinary years, in places your eyes could not reach, something was quietly growing. Like a tree planted by someone who knew they might not sit in its shade, but planted it anyway, in faith, for those who would come after. Your life has reached further than you have ever been able to see. Now, I know you may not feel any of this yet. Feeling comes slowly when a heart has grown tired over many years, and that is all right. The truth does not wait on your feelings to become true. The ground holds you up whether you feel it holding you or not. And so do I. And these promises were written down long before you were born, so that they could find you here, in exactly this season of your life. So let me say it again, gently, the way you may have needed to hear it for a long time. You are seen, not merely watched over, but truly seen, known, and still deeply loved. The world has taught you to measure your worth by what you can still do, by how independent you remain, by whether you are an asset or a burden to those around you. But that is not how heaven measures you, and it never was. Your value was never tied to your usefulness. It was tied to the love of the one who made you. And that love did not rise when you were strong and capable, and it does not fall now that you are slower. When you were able, you were loved. And now that you need help, you are loved. When you gave to others, you were loved. And on the days you can only receive, you are loved still. I want you to think back for just a moment over the long road you have already walked. The seasons you were sure you would not survive, the losses you did not know how to carry, the years that asked more of you than you thought you had. And yet, here you are, still here, still breathing, having outlasted so much. Do you ever wonder how you came through all of it? How you were still standing after everything the years have taken? How peace found you on nights when you had every reason to come undone? How strength arrived for just one more day, when the evening before you were certain you had none left? The scriptures would say that was not mere endurance. That was a hand that never let go of you. You did not come this far only because you were strong. You came this far because you were carried. Even through the years, you could not feel the one who was carrying you. And here is something the weariness of age has been hiding from you. You are not simply diminished by your years. You have been deepened by them. You think you have only been losing things, but you have also been gathering something the young cannot yet hold. The patience you carry now, you did not have in your earlier years. The compassion you feel for others who suffer, you bought that with a lifetime of your own. The quiet wisdom that lets you see what truly matters, that was earned, slowly, over decades, not given to you in a day. The scriptures honor the gray head as a crown of glory, a beauty the young have not yet grown into. Your years were never meant only to take from you. They were meant to refine you. What passes through a long life of faith is not ruined by the journey. It is made deeper and more real. And you have become more tender, more honest, and more truly yourself than you have ever been. One day, someone younger will sit where you have sat, afraid of their own aging, and the witness of your life will help them find the courage to grow old without fear. Nothing you have lived through is going to be wasted. And let me speak gently to the comparison that has quietly stolen your peace. You have looked back at the person you used to be and decided that the best version of you is already gone. Behind the strength you used to have, behind the energy, behind the life you imagined your later years would be. But heaven does not measure you against who you once were, and you are not less because you have changed. You are not a faded copy of your younger self. You are a life still held, still known, still loved in full. The scriptures are full of people the world counted finished, who were never once counted out by God. An old man called to begin a journey, an aging woman given a long-awaited hope, the gray-haired ones entrusted with the deepest promises. Your age is not your worth. So stop measuring your life against the person you used to be, as though only that version mattered. You are exactly where grace can still reach you, and grace has never, not even once, arrived too late in anyone's life. So today, I am asking you to set down a few things you were never meant to carry into this season. Lay down the shame of needing help, as though needing others were something to be ashamed of. Lay down the regret over the years you cannot get back, and the things you would do differently if you could. Lay down the fear of what is still to come, the fear that has been writing your final chapters for you in ink it has no right to use. You are not made to carry those things, and you do not have to carry them alone. And about the past you keep returning to, the chances you feel you missed, the years you wish you had spent differently, the person you sometimes wish you had been. Hear this carefully, my child. You are not your regrets, and you are not the sum of the things you would change. The scriptures promise that His mercies are new every morning. New every single morning you are still given, which means there is fresh mercy already waiting for you tomorrow, no matter how many mornings you have already lived. Grace was never a reward for the years you got right. It has always been a gift, even for the years you did not. And that gift is still being offered to you today, in this season, as freely as ever. So lay the past down too. Not because it never happened, but because it no longer holds the right to define the time you still have. If these words have stirred something in you, you do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not owe anyone a response to make this real, and you do not have to prove your faith to anyone. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into a small prayer. It can be as simple as this. Lord, I am growing older, and sometimes I am afraid. Help me to trust that you are carrying me still. There are no perfect words required. The scriptures show God meeting people in groans and whispers and prayers too weary to finish. Your honesty is enough just as it is. And if someone comes to your mind right now, someone older who feels forgotten, or someone afraid of the years ahead, you are welcome to share this message with them. Not as a chain and not as a demand, just as a kindness, the way you would steady the arm of someone walking a difficult path. Now here is one gentle but important reminder, and I will not rush past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If you are struggling with your health, with your memory, with loneliness, or with a situation that feels too heavy to carry alone, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, a family member, or someone you trust. Hope and help were always meant to walk together. Asking for support is not a failure of faith. It is wisdom, and it is brave at any age. And before we come to the end, let me ask one simple thing of you. Hold on a little longer. I am not telling you the road suddenly turns easy, and I am not handing you a date or a guarantee or a tidy ending wrapped with a bow. I am telling you what faith has always whispered to the aging and the weary, that your story is still being held by hands that have never once let go. You have lived through every hard day you have ever faced, every single one of them, and you are still here. That is not merely luck, that is grace, carrying you on the days you did not even notice you were being carried. And the same hands that have carried you this far are not about to set you down now. So when the days feel long, hold on. When the nights feel lonely, hold on. When you cannot see what the rest of the road holds, just take the one step in front of you and hold on. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. Your life is not over, and your worth has not faded with your strength. Hear again what was promised at the beginning, from the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 4. And even to your old age I am he, and even to hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Even I will carry, and will deliver you. Whatever the years have taken from you, the final word over your life is not loss, and it is not decline. The one who made you in the beginning has promised to carry you all the way to the end. I will not promise you a date, and I will not promise you an amount of time, and I will not pretend to know the things that only God knows. You have heard enough empty promises in your life, and I will not add to the pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. Even to your old age, he is with you. He has made you. He will bear you, and he will carry you still. So lift your head today, not because the years have stopped passing, but because you were never, not for one moment, carrying them alone. Take one more slow breath now, and let this be the truth you rest in. You are seen, you are carried, and you are loved all the way through. If messages of hope like this one bring you peace, you are always welcome to stay close to this little corner of the internet, where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever the days ahead may take you, however many or few, may you walk through them knowing that the one who made you has not let go of your hand. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now.